Hello, today I'm going to be going over the government's beta. So here's the plugin here, you'll get that in the downloads. It's probably going to say that there's some sort of possible error in it. That's just because it's a jar file. Just click yes if you're using Chrome. Okay, so we're going to take this and we'll take this plugin right here. We're going to go into the plugins folder and simply drag that into the plugins folder. So now there's only one plugin in there, and it's the government's plugin. So we simply run the server, and this will because it's the beta, and don't bother with that, that's something else. Okay, so now we know that it works. Now you're going to go ahead and stop it, and you'll see that this file right here has been generated. If you go into here, there are two config files. This one right here has absolutely nothing in it. This one right here has all this in it. When a player gets on, these two will be removed when this is saved again, and when it is configured from inside the game, this will be removed, and this will be removed. Now I'm going to go down by this line by line. First off, this right here enables TP. That means that you can type /home or /leave, and it teleports you to these coordinates if you're in the democracy, these coordinates if you're in the communist country, and these coordinates if you type /leave. And then if you're using enable TP, and you can make them two the same for one world and then one for the other world, or you can make them all different, and it will, if there is no world with that name, it will generate a new one. So by default there is obviously no president, and there's no dictator, so these are false. Is there a dictator? Okay, there's not, so the first person to join will automatically become the dictator. Okay, is there a president? No, the first person to join is automatically the president. So now the next line up here is you if you're in the democracy. And I'm going to help governments, and it'll come up with this help. You can type /gov or /government. I put /gov just because it's a lot shorter than government. So if you type /gov, it'll say error, try gov help. You can type gov help, or you can type gov ? Once again, just to make it so it's shorter and easier. So now there's gov join, and you can either join the democracy or communist group. So I'm going to join the democracy, and it says since it was false in the config for a dictator, for a president, it says you have become the president by default, and then you have joined the democracy nation. This would not show up if you were teleporting to a world and it was generating a brand new world because you enabled the teleporting. Then it would have took a while to load the world, and then it would show this when you got there. And then there is gov help, and this time since I'm in the democracy group, it will show me a different help. So gov start president vote, that's for ops only. Gov home teleports me to my home, but let's try gov home real fast. Since it is disabled, it says air TPing has been disabled, and then same thing will happen with leave. Air TPing has been disabled. And then there's gov vote block. And after that, you put your command that you want to block. Then the other command is gov vote unblock, and you can vote to unblock a command that has already been blocked, and you can't vote to unblock a command that has not been blocked yet. So let's say I do /stop. So since I made the vote, I can't vote for it. So if I type what it says to do here, type /gov vote. If I type /gov vote Forseth11, you have to type in the person's name that made it, and then /stop. The command right here is the name of the person. Then you put period and then the command that they want to block. Then you can vote yes or no. If you put this in, this counts as no. If you put this in, it counts as yes, and it doesn't matter about caps or anything like that. So let's say I don't put yes or anything in it. It will say there's no vote right now because it thinks you're referring to the president vote. So let's say I put no. You have already voted. It says I've already voted because in the config, not this config. Remember this other config that had nothing in it? Now it has something in it. It has the person's name who made it, votes yes, votes no, what they want to block is /stop, voting true, that tells them if they're voting for it right now. Players voted, Forseth11. That's why I can't do it. The person who made it automatically gets their name put in. Has made a vote, that's set to true. That's basically to make it so that a player cannot make more than one vote until the owner goes in here and erases this whole thing. So I'm going to erase my name here, and since it has to have something in it, I'm going to just put in some random name there, just call it LOL. Now I'm going to go back to the server and reload, and I'm going to pull back up Minecraft. Now when I type gov vote no, since I'm the president and this only works with no, my vote will count as 3. If I'm not the president, it'll count as 1. And don't worry, this has been tested with other people online too, but right now it's just me. If you vote yes and you're the president, it only counts as 1. It's only if you're the president and you vote no, then it counts as 3. So your vote has been added, and you can see that I can't do it again. So now if I go back to the plugin folder and open this up, now it has my name added again, and it has votes for no, which is 3, and now I'm going to erase my name again, so now I can show you that it works for voting for yes. Now if I type yes, it says your vote has been added, and I can't vote again once again. So now if I pull up the plugin folder again and open this up, my name's added once more, and now there's 1 vote and 3 votes against. And just so I can speed this up, I'm going to change yes votes to 4, and if it's wrong, it doesn't. It says it to every democracy player that it has not passed. So to end the vote, the person who made it has to type gov vote block and the command that they want to block. You type that, it says voting for /stop has ended, blocking /stop has passed. So That's pretty basic right there. Now, let's say let's say we want to vote for a new president. In here, once again, voting is false. So that means that I'm going to want to go into here. Since I'm an operator, I can type, I need to see what the command is, gov start president underscore vote. This will start the presidential vote. Oh, I think I spelled it wrong. No, I didn't. Now I can type slash, oh, first I'm going to show you this. Now if I go into here, voting is equal to true. In the update I will have it where it sends a message to everyone. I think I had it where it sends a message to the wrong people, but anyways, that will be fixed obviously in the next, in the real version. This is just the beta to see what it is like so far. And oh wait, where was I? Oh yes, vote. Then you can type slash gov vote and the player's name, which is only me. So if I type that, your vote has been added. If I do it again, it will say you've already voted. And now inside here, in the config now, it still voting is true, and it adds votes, 4/11 votes. That's how many votes the person has that is allowed to be voted for. Votable players is, since I'm the only one online at that time, it's me. And then 4/11 voted, so now I've been considered voted, so I can't vote again. So now if I type start president vote again, it ends it. And now if I go into here, you will see that where was it? Oh yes, voting is now equal to false. And the president, since it's still me, since I'm the only one on, but it would change that if it was someone else. And it resets my votes to 0. And votable players, it's still there, and I've still voted. So when someone wants to, yeah, I just noticed one thing that I probably want to add in the next one, which will be added. The beta is just a test to see what's going on. And for the true here, when the vote ends, I'm going to have it where it changes that to false, and that will fix that problem. And I'll have it where it sends a message to a player, or to all the people in the democracy, that they are now allowed to vote. So now I'm going to go ahead and type slash stop. Oh, but guess what? I already blocked that command. So, not this one. And here, since I won that vote here, now I have slash stop and it's blocked. So, I guess I'm just going to have to do that from here. So, stop. Now the server is stopped. And now if I go back into here, I'm going to need to go ahead and change the worlds up. W2, W1. Actually, I'll make the wilderness the world. This will be W1, and this will be W2. I'll keep the coordinates the same. And enable TP, true. On join, true. And that should fix that part. Oh, one other spot. I'm going to get rid of the president. I'm going to get rid of democracy, or what group I've joined. Then I'm going to set the president to false, just to show you that on join it teleports me. So now if I go ahead and run this, it always appears on my other screen. It's getting annoying. Okay. Now when I join, I can type, where's the join thing? Gov join democracy. It says you've become the president by default, and if you give it a second, it's creating a new world right now. And it's, now I'm in a brand new world, and changing my game mode. So, a nice little fresh world here. A brand new world, and just to show you that it has been created. Right here, World 1. Does the same thing with communism. And now if I type gov home, it's going to teleport me back to this one spot, because this is the home. And if I type gov leave, it's going to teleport me, and since I'm coming to this world from another world, it's going to put me on the block that's on top. So that's the top block up there. But if I type /gov leave while I'm in the same world, it's just going to put me in the exact coordinate. So now you know that the teleportation part works. So there was one other thing I had to go over. Yes, permissions. If you don't know how to use permissions, you're just going to have to watch a video about whatever permissions you are using. So, in the plugins folder, in in the actual plugin, you won't have to do this, it's on the page. I'm going to open it with WinRAR, and you will see that if you do want to open this up, you can get the help page out, which comes up with this, and it gives you a long list here of the all the possible commands you can use, all the help. And this is the permission right here that you can use. If you don't open that up, you can also open plugin.yml, and you can see this permission right here. And if you want to, you can make it so that they have to have that permission, and even if you're an operator, you can't have that permission. So I hope this plugin turns out useful, even though it's a beta. And I'm sorry about how long the video is. There was a lot to cover. For most of it's for people who need to know how it is, or people who have no idea how to use it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful, and have a good day.